Alrighty folks, let me show you the latest acquisition to my ever-growing collection of firearms, CNR related firearms too, or curios and relics firearms. This is a Polish P-64 pistol. I got this from AIMSurplus for just under $200 plus shipping. And as you can see, it's in very, very nice condition. You can get these at J&G sales right now for about the same price, maybe 20 bucks less if you don't care about the condition. And I think Southern Ohio Gun has them going now too, or they might. I also know that AIMSurplus just recently put some worn-out versions of these guns for sale on the cheap. So if you're looking for a very cheap, inexpensive Walther PPK-esque kind of conceal and carry pistol, and you don't care about the condition, I would definitely go to AIMSurplus and check them out and see. In any event, this is what you get from them, minus the bullets, of course. You get the pistol itself, a holster, and it's not one of those lame, worn out ones that you get with the Tokarev. This is really nice, and I would carry my gun in it all the time. And you also get 2 clips, which hold 6 rounds of the 9x13 Makarov, or Makarov, however you say it, ammunition, which is what this is here. And you get this cleaning tool and screwdriver, and this is actually very useful for the takedown process as well, and I'll show you how to use that in a little bit. You're probably wondering, why would the Polish military, which was part of the Eastern Bloc countries that belonged to the Warsaw Pact, would even care of having another kind of pistol other than, the Tokarev or the Makarov, which the Russians were coming out with, I think, around this time. And for whatever reasons, they wanted to have their own design that met their own needs, and but I think the requirement was it had to shoot the Makarov round, or the preference was it would do that. I think some of the test versions actually used a 380 round instead, but this is much more potent, much more useful for military purposes, so it's just as well. In any event, the Polish Arsenal, I guess Radom is the manufacturer, certainly the manufacturer of this gun here, and you can see the mark there, the number 11 in the circle. Focus, there we go. They started production on this and I believe helped develop it as well. But they essentially wanted to have their own kind of pistol to meet their own needs, and this is the development of it. And as I'll show you later on, this is actually completely, even though it looks like a Walther PPK design, it actually has a patented item that was added to it that makes it quite unique from the Walther PPK in certain ways. In any event, this is a double action pistol, just like the Walther PPK is, which means you can cock it, and there is no clip here, so you can cock it for single action, which when you're shooting, the slide comes back and it will chamber the next round and do the cocking for you, but you can manually cock it, or you can pull the trigger like any other double action gun. The trigger pull is ridiculous. Can't even seem to get it to work here. Hold on. Yeah, it's really hellish. But if you want to chamber around and make it a double action type firearm for you, you can do that. Here, let's start this again. Just like any other pistol of this kind, and I'll show you that the clip is empty. It has no bullets in it. You can definitely see through it. It's a nice little design feature there. But the way it works is you put your clip in. The clip release is on the bottom here, which you pull back to bring it out, put it in. And the chamber round, you basically take it like you do any other semi-auto and just rack it like that. Now, there's no bullets in there, so just like with Tokarevs and a lot of other pistols, it stays open until you actually have ammo to put in there. Now I'm going to release the magazine, let it out a little bit so I can put it in the battery. Once you do that, it cocks the pin back here, and as you can see, it has a safety here. And what a lot of people don't know is it has a hammer lowering safety. So when you pull it down like this, it causes the hammer to close. Now there is a blocker in there to keep the hammer from actually hitting the pin and causing the gun to go off. I will warn you though, I wouldn't rely on that because there were some recalls for this gun a while back where that precise problem was the reason why it was being recalled, because that cover that prevents the hammer from hitting the pin was causing it to misfire. But in any event, you can actually have the hammer or have the safety in place and rack it, well, let me do that again. One thing I will say though is if you have the safety on and you rack it, one thing you will notice is when you let it go forward, it says don't let it slap in, but here's a problem. If you don't push it in or let it give a little, it'll get stuck like this, and you have to push it forward like that. No, it's kind of upside down. Let me do that again. And then you have to push it forward, and again that hammer comes down. So it's a pretty effective gun, very easy to use, at least that's what I've been told. The ammunition for this is quite powerful. I can't wait to try it out on range and see. Now I will show you how to disassemble the gun. One thing I've got to mention too, one of the nice things about this gun that you don't often see in old surplus or CNR type guns is there's a round in the chamber indicator here. It's this little chrome dot you see. Right now it's kind of recessed in. That means there is no bullet in the chamber. But when you rack the gun and you actually put a bullet in there, and then put the safety down or however you want to store it, you'll know that there's a bullet in there because you'll see that plunger sticking out. That's again another nice little feature that you don't often see in older guns like this, especially older firearms or Curas and Relics types of guns like this. So anyway, I thought I'd mention that to you before moving on to the next video. Isn't that nice?